It's only a bit of car aerial. He told me before the show it's a bit of car aerial.
Shut up.
With a novel on the top.
But I got another car. A display of Herculean strength from the good and the gifted Kenny Everett, one of the more regular of guests on that barely lamented excuse for entertainment called Blankety Blank. Bless it. Over the next few weeks, we'll be looking back with not a little contempt at the best of the shows from the Blankety Blank years. Now, some may claim it's a shameless excuse by the BBC to plunder still further their dwindling archives. But between you and me, they're merely continuing their avowed policy of let's embarrass Terry Wogan. So, perhaps you'll join me now in a harmless half hour from a bygone era, 1979 to be precise, and marvel at the extraordinary talents of the aforementioned Kenny. And, if you can, ignore the Aegis, who winds up with the bent equipment.
And appearing tonight on Roy Kinnear, Laura Hurd, Henry Cooper, Aaron Kay, Kenny Everett, Lorraine Chase, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Ken. Thank you. Thank you for the simple warmth of your welcome. You put away the whips now, lad. And look, Laura Hurd, risking everything to be on this show.
Indeed.
And despite everything, Roy Kinnear. And Karen, and look, it suits you.
It does.
Is that your own?
Oh, that's care of Kenny Everett, that.
I thought that joke.
That was one of Kenny's jokes, everybody.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, I don't blame you. Now, let's meet John and Susan. Susan what?
Alba,
Albert.
Mhm.
From where, Susan?
from North London.
And you're welcome, Susan. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm a personnel consultant.
Good. And what about you, John?
I'm a telephone engineer.
You forgot there for a moment, didn't you?
You didn't ask me my surname.
You're perfectly right. Miss Script says ask surname first. What's your surname, John?
Anning.
From where?
Torquay.
Good man. Okay, who won the toss? Sue, you remember that, winning the toss.
I didn't actually, but never mind.
So you're lying to me now, are you, John? It's a nice start, I must say. Okay, Sue, do you want to take A or B? Okay, here we go. I hate to think we're keeping anybody up at this show.
You're not, don't worry, you're not.
Last
Right,
night,
put it on
I
the
went to
table.
the opera. And it really was a night at the opera. Carmen looked just like Groucho Marx. Why, she even had his blank. Last night, I went to the opera. And it really was a night at the opera. Carmen looked just like Groucho Marx. Why, she even had his blank. Always a hint in the question.
Oh, yes, good.
Now, that's a very cross one as well.
Don't worry about the front row.
As soon as you're ready, Lorraine and Kenny and Karen put up the little sign. Always over the top.
Spin it round as you take off.
All right, we'll ask you to. Here we come. Last night, I went to the opera. Really was a night of the opera. Carmen looked just like Groucho Marx. Why, she even had his...
Wig on.
Wig on? Well, a bright start.
Very good. No, I mean, obviously we've got something going here because, you see, there,
He
had his wig on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or possibly even help.
Well, it was moustache, so I couldn't go.
Groucho Marx was there, too. You know, Groucho Marx's cigar. Henri. The cigar. I would have said moustache or cigar. We're looking for...
Well, you're not playing the game, are you? She's playing the game.
It's gotta be the cigar.
It's got to be the cigar. Mustache. Mustache. That's it. And so another confident start for Blankety Blank. Well, John, you've got a lot to do here. It seems. I think the post office really have put Busby on my telephone. Every call I make, I can hear him blanking in the background.
I'd like to hear it again.
Certainly. I think the post office, Kenny, really have put Busby on my telephone. Every call I make, I can hear him blanking in the background.
I just want to hear you talk, because I don't catch the show in the morning. So.
Are you still broadcasting?
I don't trust you. I don't trust any show that asks me back twice.
Don't. I was against it.
And look at this silly miser. I mean, really. I mean, look at cheap BBC equipment.
As soon as you're ready, gang. On my birthday. Here we go. John, it's you. I think the post office really have put Busby on my telephone. Every call I make, I can hear him blanking in the background.
Cheaping?
Cheaping, yes. He's a little bird, isn't he, Busby? Look at this. Look at the alert. Look, the boy can hear. He may have it right this time.
I haven't. It's chirping.
Can we give him a point for that?
Yeah.
Chirping. All right, John, it's a point for you.
Mine, I did that.
Chirping from Thor Heard as well. That surprised you, didn't it?
Yes, I do.
Right.
I knew I was too clever for this program.
Buzzing.
Buzzing.
You'll notice I don't criticize Henry Cooper too much.
Look.
Getting along the
You know when
line.
it's hot?
Yeah. Chirping. I'm glad. That's another point for you, John. Oh, thank you. All right. Well, cheaping or chirping. Tweeting. Can we make tweeting? Tweeting? No.
No.
Oh, swine.
Not asking. What? Have you?
Oh, sorry. He does a rather large tweet when he does it. You should know.
Never seen it in
That's 3 points to you, John. And we move right along here.
Oh,
M, A, or B?
Oh, thanks.
All right. This is going to come out of your fee. You realise that?
It's only a bit of car aerial. He told me before the show it's a bit of car aerial.
Shut up.
With a novel on the top.
You're letting the cat out of the bag.
I'll teach you to fire me.
You're ruining it for everybody. Aboard the Starship Enterprise, Captain Kirk said, and this is when I get really manly here.
About time.
Who set course?
He's already at it.
Standing there like a bank manager.
Who set course for Naughty Ash? We're being attacked by the Starship Dottie, and they're firing blanks at us.
Pardon?
This show, I'm sometimes worried that this show might get a bit too intellectual for everybody. They're firing blanks at us. Oh! Put that away. It's not funny. We didn't think it was funny the first time. We don't think it's funny now.
Oh, don't sound.
No, you know, there's a limit. Very well, Sue. This is your chance.
Nothing on your birthday, you.
You're only 3 points behind. Every week is my birthday on this show. You have cracked my wand.
Good. About time.
Aboard the Starship Enterprise, Captain Kirk said, "Who set the course for Naughty Ash? We're being attacked by Starship Dottie, and they're firing blanks.
Diddy man.
Diddy men. I would have said that. Or I might have said jam butties. But then I'm not Sue.
No, you're not Sue. That's absolutely true. And I don't happen to be Sue, but I happen to have said tickling.
Oh, dear.
Well,
Tora.
yeah, well, I spelt it wrongly, so I spelt it rightly, and
Tickling
it's wrong
sticks.
anyway.
Doesn't matter. Tickling sticks.
That's right.
Diddy men.
Well, wet did he men do?
Wet diddy men.
My one's name was Sandra with a puff, but being from Liverpool, I've got a puff bit.
Diddy men.
You're from Liverpool too, aren't you?
Oh, this is Liverpool.
Diddy men it is. Okay, Susan, you did well in that second round, so we
Yes,
have to go to
very
you,
good.
John, now. You're 1
Good.
point behind in the maternity ward.
Oh, yeah, she's laughing.
Dr. Welby's nurse said, and here, a chance once again for some of the acting, for which I'm pretty well known around here.
Oh, you're not going to do it, are you?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Where's the sick
No,
bag? Wait
no.
when it's over. wait.
Well, in the maternity ward, Dr. Welby's nurse said,
I think Dr. Welby's nearsighted.
in the maternity ward, Dr. Welby's nurse said,
I think Dr. Welby's nearsighted. Instead of slapping the baby, he just slapped the blank.
What a fine Irish accent.
those of you playing with John will be Henry, Kenny, and Lorraine, because Karen, Roy, and Thora matched up with John in the first round. In the maternity ward, Dr. Welby's nurse said, I think Dr. Welby's nearsighted. Instead of slapping the baby, he just slapped the blank. Kenny, ready?
Yeah?
Lorraine and Henry. Okay, fine. Okay, John, 3 in the first round. Let's see if you can do it again. Get full marks. I think Dr. Welby's nearsighted. Instead of slapping the baby, he just slapped the
Bedpan?
bedpan.
I know.
Funny, but I think very plucky in the present context. We'll go up to Henry.
Well, I know who I'd sooner slap.
The nurse. Yeah, would be the nurse. Let's see, we've got 2 more to go, and it's all up to Kenny and Lorraine. The bedpan, the nurses, boom. The nurse.
All fancies and well.
So there you are, although John won 3-0 after the first round, it was leading 3-0 after the first round. Susan caught up in the second, won 4-3. You're going to have to join me here for the super match. Susan. John, we thank you for taking part. You'll have our blankety blank checkbook and pen. And safe journey home to you. Thank you. This is Susan Alba from North London. Now, you know the super match. We ask the studio audience a blankety blank question. They give us very many answers, and the 3 most popular answers are up there on the board, worth 50 blanks, 100 blanks, and 150 blanks in ascending order of popularity, and they're worth these prizes. Okay, well, Susan Alba, she's got her family with her tonight to cheer her on with word and gesture, so there's no need to be apprehensive. Okay. Right, let's have a look at that board there and see what you have to do. It's bubble blank or bubble blankety blank. Shut up until you're asked. Shut up, Everett.
Please
Don't choose Everett. Don't choose him. Reject him. Who would you like?
Me.
She's curling up her nose in disdain. Bubble. Go on. Bah. Go on, Susan. Do it.
I'll have Karen.
Karen K.
And Squeak.
Yes. Blankety blank. Bubble and squeak. Bubble bath. Henry Cooper.
Bubble gum.
Bubble gum. Okay. Henry says bubble gum. Karen says bubble and squeak. Kenny says bubble bath. You don't have to take any of their suggestions. Remember, it's a studio audience. What are they most likely to put in that blank? Bubble gum, you think? Okay. Let's have a look then. Susan for 50 blanks. Bubble gum. That's worth 50 blanks. Well, that's what Henry Cooper said, and you agree with him. Let's see what the 100 blanks was. Bubble and Squeak. That's Karen Kay. And 150 blanks. Bubble Bar. No, I don't blame you not taking his word for it, for goodness sake. All right, that was bubblegum you got, thanks to Henry. And that's a Hostess food trolley. They're very desirable. And who knows, you may come back for the head-to-head and double it up. You never know. Thank you, Susan. Thanks for playing Blankety. This is Mike and Audrey. Audrey Rogers from where?
East London.
Well, are you married or single lady?
Married.
Yeah. Have you any family?
Yes, a girl.
Is she going to be watching?
Yes.
How old is she? Oh, she's in the audience, is she? Okay, Audrey. And what about you, Mike?
Mike Kavanagh.
Kavanagh.
That's right.
You're not from the old Star Dive.
Yes.
Good man, Mike. Any bias you notice in this show will be entirely due to me. Mike Kavanagh, where are you from?
I'm from Sligo originally,
Yes.
but I live in Snodland in Kent.
Snodland. Somebody has to. Okay. Who won the toss before you came out, Mike and Audrey?
I do.
You're going to give it to Audrey. That's very gentlemanly and no more than I'd expect from a fellow Irish. This show goes out in Ireland as well, so you have to be very careful. A or B, Audrey? A. Right. We're going to do a little better this time, aren't we, for Mike and Audrey?
Yes.
We are, aren't we? Not that you didn't do very well, Henry. You did awfully well.
Henry did well.
Henry did well.
He was...
And it smells lovely.
I mean,
He's steaming at the back now.
You used to sing a wonderful song about the place you came. Skegness, was it?
How dare you?
Where was it?
Would you mind getting on with what
Where
you
was
said?
it? With the Welks and the Winkles and everything.
Morecambe.
The sun's going down over the Welks and the Winkles.
Certainly, but that was a very good show we did, and this is...
I come on this show, I try to be pleasant to everybody.
nonsense. Don't want to be pleasant to anybody.
This is your question, thank goodness, Audrey. When the ref told him he wanted a good clean fight, he brought his blank into the ring. Did you hear about the Irish boxer? When the ref told him he wanted a good clean fight, he brought his blank into the ring.
You've got me here, you Irish fool. I can't see.
Can you do it again?
Yes, of course. Did you hear about the Irish boxer?
No, she meant the cuddle.
You notice she threw her voice there. Look, I don't want to get physical with you.
I'm game for anything, you know.
I know. This wand is coming out of everybody's pay packet,
Oh, yeah. Charming.
providing you're getting a pay packet.
Well, I don't work for the BBC, so I can afford it.
You'd never think it from the way he dresses, would you? Everybody's ready. Audrey, it's your question. You hear about the Irish boxer when the ref told him he wanted a good, clean fight? And no offence to those watching in Dublin. He brought his blank into the ring. He's soap and flannel. Well, you never know, Audrey. You never know. Let's be optimistic. You can't do that.
She was.
Were you cheating?
No, I was just writing an address down. That was
What's it?
well, I've got soap and flannel.
I think we have to say that Roy did have the soap down first.
And you do the flannel.
And he did. we give you the point for soap, Audrey. We'll give it for soap and or flannel, and soap we give it to you for Audrey. Well done. What you got?
Well, the posh part of London where I come from, we used to call them face cloth.
Face cloth. That's 3 full marks so far, Audrey, but I'm afraid we're down at the bottom end of the market now.
You've got no chance here. Because I think I missed the whole thing.
You did.
Yes, I put
A broken Guinness
and then I
bottle.
put an Irish.
An Irish blood, both of which were utterly wrong.
I know.
Everett, twit.
Guys are boxing sponge.
No, never.
Hang.
Wrong.
Luther?
Awfully wrong. You weren't copying him, well, you're not copying him.
No,
Because he can't spell either.
He spelled sponge.
Wash kit.
He didn't spell. That's not the way to spell sponge.
Sponge. First.
It's going to be all night. S-P-U.
U-N-G.
U-N-G. Absolutely right. Yes, that's correct. Correct.
I thought I'd be very cute here, see, because that constitutes big word there.
Yeah.
A wash kit, doesn't it?
A wash kit. No.
See, then whatever she said, I got
They're
it
going to give you a
right.
point for that. I don't believe it.
There you are.
Now, anyway, 4 points. And Mike. Here we go. It's B for you. My brother-in-law, only kidding, this is only kidding, if you're watching, Brennan. My brother-in-law sits around drinking so much beer, this is very true, and watching so much sport on television, he's the only man in the world with athletes blank. Aye, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
You devious little person. Mustn't do that. I'll box your ears in a minute, if I can find out. I'm going to stand it. I'm going to stand it. Go and do another one.
All right. He's right there.
Not the same one. Not the same one. My brother-in-law sits around drinking so much beer, watching so much sport on television. He's the only man in the world with athletes blank. You ready?
Oh, sorry.
Put you ready up, mate.
Right, lads. It's you, Mike, isn't it? It seems so long since I asked the question in the first place. My brother-in-law sits around drinking so much beer and watching so much sport on television. He's the only man in the world with athletes.
Elbow.
Elbow. That's a good answer.
Yeah, right policy, right. I mean, you know, good answer. Yeah.
That's a good answer. I know it's an excellent answer for a man.
I didn't think it was very good at all.
Athletes gross. Athletes bench. Henry Cooper.
Well, you don't have
Save
to
the
say
situation.
bum or anything like that. You
Bum,
just
no.
say
The eye. It's still wrong.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah. It's not the water gone to your brain or anything, you think?
It wouldn't be leg ache.
Well,
Henry Cooper's got water on the knee.
Hey, look, see, I put a real good answer here.
Boom. Boom. Boom is wrong. Elbow.
I could have...
Athletes fucked.
all on the wrong foot, see, I bottom.
You went to Kirby.
Spell bottom.
B-O-T-T-A-U-M.
You kind of
I'm
thing.
woke and I shan't be polite. I shall put bum like everyone else.
Blankety
Try and be
blank.
nice.
Blankety blank, the Society Entertainment Show. The spirit of Noel Coward lives on in this program. Mike, we're going to give you first shot since you got no points from those Egypts. What do you want, A or B?
A, please.
A. Okay. Can we aim for more sophistication? My next door neighbor worships his mother.
Aye,
In law.
He's another lad.
He has to. She looks like a blank. He worships. There's always a hint to the question, Mike. He's worshipping his mother. Are you looking in the audience for hints? No, you can't tell him, Audrey. You're against him. I wish people would play this game the way it's meant to be.
We should conduct it the way it should be.
I'm trying to do blankety blank. And
tell us
decent,
again?
light entertainment show, and people will not play the
Don't
game.
play for sympathy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. Nobody scored points at Mike the last time. You're all in this. Up with the ready signs, and here we go. My next door neighbor worships his mother-in-law. He has to. She looks like a blank.
Is he Indian?
No, my next door neighbor is not an Indian. He looks like
I thought that Indian was very good. I thought,
What's
wrong with Indians? You
That's
get
a
enough
very good
Irish on this
answer.
show.
Oh, shut up. She looks like a goddess. And that's a very good answer. He worships her. She looks like... I think you may be too smart for him here, Mike.
Well, it's practically...
Don't start again. A guru.
Tourist.
A guru, no. Ah, look, that's a good try, Roy. For you.
You've got a choice here, because the Zach,
Gargoyle.
which I suppose you could, but, or the double mare, his worship, the M-A-Y-O.
Tremendous answer, everybody. And utterly and completely wrong. Henry Cooper.
Well, when you kept saying worship,
Yes,
worship,
so did
I thought
I.
of a church.
Me too. Me too. I just said, oh, go Henry. Well, no points for Mike, but that wasn't the easiest of questions. All right, just as a matter of interest, Karen, what did you have as an answer there?
Fat Buddha.
Fat Buddha, Uncle Ken,
You worship a cow.
a cow. And what about you, little Lorraine?
And I thought the same as Karen did,
Did
but
you?
I couldn't spell it, so I drew it.
Well, I'm glad we established that those were 3 wrong answers. All of you come up here and join me for the super match. Well, Mike, you did put up with a lot of flack, but you conducted yourself with dignity. Thank you for joining us, Mike. Safe journey back to Scotland. Oh, you'll get our blankety blank checkbook and pen in first post about 1985. Thank you for joining us. Good night. It's Audrey Rogers from Leighton. Let's have this super match. The first round winner was Susan with 50 blanks. If you do better than that, you go on to the head-to-head. Let's see that upper board, please. That's blank toast. Blank toast. Now, once again, you go for help, succor, and whatever you have in yourself from these people. Thora. Blank toast, Thora.
But you will watch me on the television again, won't you? Burnt.
Burnt toast. Good suggestion. Lorraine.
Cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast. Well, you don't know who to choose.
Cheese on toast.
Let me guide you. Don't take anybody.
Kenny, actually, Kenny is very good.
Yes, he's very good.
Oh, take Kenny then. He's,
Because he can't.
Yeah.
no, he doesn't want to do it.
Change your mind.
He's changed his mind. Kenny.
Buttered.
Thora Hurd says burnt toast. Kenny says buttered toast. Lorraine, contrary as ever, says cheese on toast. Now, you don't have to take the suggestions. The studio audience, what are they most likely to say before toast?
Burnt.
Burnt. Yes, could be right. Let's have a look. For 50 blanks. Warm Oh, we're all very pleased about that one. 100 blanks. Beans It wasn't you lot, was it? Was it you? Did you do this? Burnt toast we're looking for 150 blanks for little Audrey. Well, now, Audrey, that means you've got 150 blanks worth of stereo radio cassette. Susan, in the first round, had 50 blanks, and that was a hostess food trolley, so she goes off happily with that, I'm sure. But you got to play the head-to-head and a chance to double up and make it an 18-inch color television set. Okay? Let's play the head-to-head. Now, for this gang, Audrey's going to pick one of you. I'm going to ask her a brief, succinct question with a blank, and then you'd write it down, and who would you like to help? Who do you think you're most in tune with?
Well, Thora just got burnt.
Yes. Okay, we'll stick with Thora then.
Oh, I would.
Here we go, Thora. Right, turn your back on her just in case. You might be able to see, and she'll try and transmit the thought waves, won't you? And I'll pull my wage packet out of the pocket, and then the question. Thora,
Yes,
you write it down. As soon as you're ready, nod to me. Then I'll ask you, Audrey. This is the doubling up. Hot and blank. Hot and... You ready?
I've done it.
You've done it. Thora's done it. Hold it now. Hot and...
Cold.
Cold. Cold!
We'll be back. We will be back. I think you'll be back.
So once again, despite what's gone before, all's well that ends well. So you've got it. The 18-inch color television set worth 300 blanks. And our thanks, though heaven knows, to Roy and Thora and Henry and Karen and Kenny and Lorraine. And thanks to you for joining us. And I hope you make it again. Whatever happened to that handsome slip of a lad who grew up to become Terry Wogan? If you enjoyed our little look back, then we've plenty more where that came from. So join me same time tomorrow for another glimpse into the arcane world that is the best of Blankety Blank. See you then.